Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Gug. In today's video, we're going to be explaining the PvP game mode in Defend the Castle. So when you first start playing PvP, it can definitely be kind of confusing, but as I've played this game a little bit more, PvP has quickly become one of my favorite game modes. So first, I want to talk about the fundamentals of PvP. So the first thing you gotta know about PvP is that there are these new cards, aside from tower cards, called monster cards. The monster cards look like this. So similar to the tower cards, you have different stars of monster cards, and you can see, the stats of the monster, like the health, the weight, the group size, and then the speed. And all these things factor into how they interact when you're battling against other people's monsters. Now, monster cards uh, are only useful when you are playing PvP, and they can only be used for your PvP defenses. You can't use monster cards in any other game mode. You can't use them to place as like towers to hopefully, play the monsters on the battlefield in like normal levels or quests. You can only play it in PvP. Now, when you set up your defense using your monster cards, other players are going to be able to attack your monsters for a chance to take some of your trophies. Head back to this page. This is like the PvP screen. Now, they'll have a chance to attack you for your trophies. If they defeat your monsters, they will take some of your trophies. But if your monsters succeed in defeating the enemy, then when you log back into the game next, you'll be happy to see that you have gotten some of their trophies. And you can always take a look and see if anyone's rated you on your monsters tab. Here looks like I've been rated quite a bit, but that's just because I'm higher in the trophy ladder, so people are targeting me to take some of my trophies. Now, as you get higher in the ladder, if you are higher than somebody else, the game will display a higher amount of trophies that they can take from you. For example, right now, I am currently 1,871 trophies, and my global rank is 33. So if I go to the PvP leaderboards, um, the top player in the world has 3,189 trophies. And then as we get down to, where am I? 33. I've 1,871 trophies. So if I win a couple of games, I could, in theory, maybe climb to like top 15. Earlier this morning, I was ranked 8. So gonna try to push past this Kelbot player. But yeah, PvP trophies kind of determine your standing in alliances. We haven't really gotten to alliances yet, but I hope we cover that in another video. But if you see here in our alliance, Kings of Summer, definitely come check us out if you're interested. If you download the game and you enjoy it, come join us. But in Kings of Summer, I am top of the clan right now, or top of the alliance. I'm 1871, and my brother Gutness, he is currently ranked number 2 in the alliance at 1856, and then so on and so forth. So these trophies, these PvP trophies, factor into your clan trophies, this purple number right here, and that will also determine your ranking as an alliance in the world standings. So, in the alliance leaderboard globally, we are currently ranked 76, hoping to push that up. We've only been an alliance for about 3 weeks now, so I think it's pretty impressive that we've been able to push this hard, but we're still trying to climb higher. Now, without further ado, let's get into the PvP gameplay. I currently have 5 Clash Energies, so I will be trying to use all those and try to push higher on the leaderboards. As I play through, I want to talk through my decision making, why I choose to place towers in certain places, what those towers do, and then how I kind of decide which player I'm going to attack. So, the first thing I like to do when I log on to decide who am I going to battle is check who has rated me. And as I had mentioned, when players raid you, if they are higher trophies than you, the game will offer them less trophies to raid you. So if I'm at 1,800 trophies and a player at 2,000 decides to raid me, then they will be rewarded less trophies than if another player also at 1,800 trophies were to raid me. So I noticed that this player here, Kelbot, I just mentioned Kelbot's ranked 8 right now. He won 18 trophies off of me. Whereas all these other players, this player 143 means that they were lower trophies than me. This player 135 means they're about the same. This player 120 means they're about a little bit higher. So as you can see, this player Vassian is at 2100. So what I like to do is I like to scroll through who has rated me and kind of pick out players who rated me and won less, because that's indicative that they're higher trophies, meaning if I were to revenge them, I would be awarded a higher amount of trophies, in theory, if I were to win. Now, I think it makes the most sense I think it makes the most sense to start off with Kelbot and then to go into Bastion, and then after that we'll just scroll and look for challenges outside of the wrench tab. So here we are Kelbot, currently at 2067. If we beat him, we get 46, and if we lose, we lose 15. That's not too bad. And I'm actually gonna level this up really quick. But here at the top, it displays the defensive monsters that he has decided to play, and these are showcasing the cards that we will have to defeat if we want to beat him. Now, looking at it, he's got these bats, these level 1 bats, very easy to destroy. Then he's got these Thunder Pixies, level 40, 4 stars, so it's pretty high level. He's got this Grove Golem. And then in his last wave, wave 3, he has these Ettins. I think they're just called Ettins. Yeah, they're like giants, basically. And then he has a Storm Griffin. So Storm Griffins come in groups of 12, but these other ones, these Ettins, come in 2. They're just very, very beefy. As you can see, 530,000 HP. And yeah, so when I check out an opponent, what I'm thinking is, all right, in my deck, what do I need to hold to defeat his specific cards? And for these beefier tank type of monsters, I really like to make sure I hold a couple of these Imperial Arrows in my deck. So I have the Imperial Water one, and then I also have the Imperial Nature one. Although they're only level 22 and 14, you'll see as I play, you're able to scale them up pretty nicely to take out their tanks. As for the swarms, like the Thunder Pixies and the Bats and the Storm Griffins, group 21 size and group 12 size, I typically use this card, the Glacial Boomerang, along with my shotguns, and a lot of the times the Thunder Gargoyle is very helpful to slow down enemies and let my other towers get a lot of hits in. Although it doesn't do much damage, it slows down all the enemies. So what we're going to do here, and you'll see on this map, we are going to start. You click start, an energy will be deducted from your top total in the right hand corner, and we will get into the map. Enemy monsters do not start flowing from their base or their castle until you place your first tower. And similarly to all the other game modes, like like the levels and the quests, you start with 3 hearts. If you lose all 3 hearts, you lose. My first play here, considering that he has a lot of beefy cards, beefy monsters, I'm going to choose to place my Royal Arrow right here, and that will give us good time to build up our purple bar at the bottom to place more towers. Now, the Royal Arrow does not shoot that fast, and it does not shoot more than 1 target, so it'll be really good for us to slowly chip away at these bats, place more towers, and set up more defenses before we place these stronger monsters. What I'm going to do here is I will place the Gargoyle in this position, and we're going to try to kind of set up a kill zone right in this small area in between all the towers, just so when the tanks get there, we have a much easier time dealing damage and holding them, like deadlocking them in that position. So we beat level 1, and now you'll notice as we hit wave 2, it displayed enemies' HP has been increased by 300%. As you play level 1, their HP is just 100%. As you play level 2, it's increased to 300%. And when you play level 3, it's increased all the way to 600%. So just keep that in mind when you're setting your towers. What I take away from that is that because he decided to play his tanks, like super high HP cards in his 3rd wave, they will have 600% that HP, meaning I need to get down more of these arrows to hopefully deal more single target damage before we get to that last wave. So our arrows are picking away at these pixies, and if you notice, our blue bow right here, can we tap it? Oh, we cannot tap it right now. Our blue bow, Imperial bow, stopped hitting the pixies and switched to target these golems. Now, golems are an interesting card. They have a special ability called Taunt right here, which basically means if they come in range of a tower, that tower will stop hitting the furthest tower, the furthest monster along the path, and will immediately target the golem. So they essentially redirect the tower's priority to hit them, and that can be pretty useful when setting up your defense, because it'll force your opponent's towers to prioritize the golems, potentially letting some of these pixies slip on through and get to your castle. But we set it up pretty well here. We spaced out our damage and spaced out our area of attack, our area of effect turrets or towers like the Glacial Boomerang and the Gargoyle. And so these Glacial Boomerang and Gargoyle are taking care of the pixies nicely, while the arrows are taking care of these golems on the side. And I think we should be okay. I will opt to place a shotgun here just to do a little bit more area of effect damage on these pixies and potentially slow down these golems as well. So just kind of funneling for now. Not too worried about this wave. I think they should be pretty straightforward. Going to kill off that golem, and then now the turrets will reprioritize these pixies. Clean up these last two, and our defense is looking pretty nice so far. Now that we are going into wave number 3, enemy's HP has been increased to 600%, and you'll see there's these glacial Ettins, there's the Grove Ettin, and then there's the Venomous Ettin. And all of these, 620,000 HP, 530,000 HP, and 620,000 HP. And then he's mixed in some of these Storm Griffins as well. They come in a group size of 12, and they have about 90,000 HP. So he's hoping to overwhelm us with these big, heavy monsters, and then sneak in some of these fast, lighter, less HP monsters as well. So I'm going to try to stay more away from my area of effect towers like the Glacial Boomerang and the Gargoyle, and instead I will focus on playing these arrows to do single target high damage on these Ettins. They're looking pretty good. We're chipping away. Slowly they will just saunter down the path. My arrows are doing like 20,000 damage per hit, but we have not even killed the first one. And when they reach this little choke point that I've designated for them to fall into, they will start getting slowed by my electric gargoyle, and they will also be pushed back and slowed by the glacial shotgun and the glacial boomerang. So we will upgrade actually this. I think we have enough slow. We just need more damage, so I opted to upgrade our arrow. And it may look a little sus right now, but I think we have enough damage and enough slowing agents to kind of keep them in this little alleyway. Those birds are soaking up quite a bit of damage, trying to slow us down from killing his tanks, but I think we're okay right now. The birds did a good job. Okay. So I actually think we need to replace now that shotgun and put down another bow. It looks like they were successful in pushing through. We killed most of the eagles, but the annoying thing about these Ettins is that they have armor 5, which means they take 1,500 less damage from every attack. So if your tower doesn't even do 1,500 damage, well, my gargoyle is not doing 100. Is not doing 1,500 damage. It's doing 0 damage to them. Same thing with the boomerang. So we really need these bows that have armor piercing to help us out and get rid of these Ettins. See if we can do it. I'm not sure if we can win this, actually. I think we can kill that one. Oh, it's green. Oh my god, that's why it's not doing any damage. It's a nature Ettin, so it's taking 0 damage. Oh, looks like it's a loss. So this nature Etten takes 0 damage from nature and also does not receive pushback. So I did not notice that that was a nature one. I needed to rely more heavily on the water boom, the water arrow. I think we will be losing this round. We have 2 hearts. The ends take 2 hearts when they cross. Yeah, we're not able to stop it. We'll lose our first match today, but only 15. I think we can beat him, so we'll retry. We'll try, use another energy to beat him, and try this again. Okay. So we lost that game against Kelbot. We're gonna re-challenge him. I'm pretty sure we beat him. I've definitely beat this guy before, so just got unlucky with that matchup. I am going to place the bow at this position this time. I'm going to choose this position just because it's going to have more opportunities to hit these Ettins in the final round just by being closer to the choke point. Roll it up. Hopefully we can get the water bow to higher level this time. That's odd. I'm not actually able to click to view the stats of this card in the middle of this match. In Horde and Leveled and Quest, you can actually hold the card and it'll tell you the stats, but I guess in PvP, the devs have decided to not allow people to do that. Should be pretty easy so far. Again, it's just that last wave that gave us some trouble. I think we'll be okay this time though. And if we win this round, we get 46 trophies from Kelbot instead of the mere 15 we lost. So pretty lucrative, pretty net. It's still net profit for us. Not too worried. Yeah, you win some, you lose some. It's actually funny though, because I haven't lost a game in 2 days, but I lost just because I misplaced that arrow. Just gotta play smarter. You'll want to keep hanging at the top of the leaderboards. Cool. Now notice how I'm prioritizing the bow and arrow. I know how important it's going to be for later in the game, so that is what I want to be focusing on. Look at it melt these golems. I mean, it's just cutting through them like butter. Again, just see if we can max it out. That'd be really good for us if we max it out. Sweet. Beat it that wave onto the final one. Let's see if we can do it. Okay, now that the water bow is kind of leveled up, I really need some of these electric golems so that we can get some slowing agents on the monsters. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, I think Killbot's idea and game plan here with his defense is pretty smart. Kind of just put in all these beefy tanks at the end and pray that whoever is attacking, was relying on one of those element arch attributes to clear using an arrow, which he got me on the last one because he had the nature arrow. But now that we have the water bow, I think we'll be in a little bit better shape. Cut through the first Atten. Flip it up. Our glacial boomerang is passively clearing those eagles, just keeping everything in that zone, and our electric boil is also putting in some work by stunning everything in place, allowing our water boat to get some more hits off. So, taking some time. I think we're just slowly getting. No. The reason why I chose to place the bow in this position this time is simply because when those monsters come back around that loop, we'll have another opportunity to poke them out and get some more damage in. And we're looking pretty good this time around. Almost all the eagles are dead. A lot of the Ettins are at half HP, and boom, our bow is fully maxed out. Eagles are finally dead. I'm gonna recycle. Now we just needed to get back in range. Boom. Now it's cooking again. Looking pretty promising. I'm actually going to swap out my boomerang now. We don't need as much slow. Our gargoyle is going to be good enough. And we do want them to funnel a little bit faster into our stronger bow, just so that they can get its hits off and we can move on to the next match. So if you take too long, the Grim Reaper comes and tells you you're taking too long, and sometimes just ends your 3 lives himself. So looks like we were able to clear Kelbot's defenses, got ourselves to 46 trophies, collected some gold as well. And once you revenge somebody, you're not able to revenge them again. So boom, we were successful. We're back to 1900 trophies. Let's see where we're sitting in the leaderboards. We're still 34. No, it looks like we're 26. Hasn't updated yet, but as you can see right here, we're 26. Yeah, I just wanted to give a quick tutorial on PvP. I'm hoping to do some more playthroughs and gameplays of just me playing PvP ladder. Let me know if that's what you want to see sometime down the road. Maybe push for rank 1 at some point. But yeah, if you have any questions about the game, about PvP, drop them down in the comment section below. Make sure to like the video and subscribe. I really appreciate it. And ask me any questions about the game, Defend the Castle, if you have any. That's all for this video, and thank you all again for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.